Go ahead. Yo, yo, you know what it is. LA Icon right here, Full Community Podcast. Behind the boards, as always, we got Rich Homie Juan,
What's up?
founder of the Full Community. And to my left, your right, we have the legend, Down, aka Kilo. Or is it Kilo, aka Down?
What's up, loco?
Is it Kilo, aka Down, or Down, aka Kilo?
Down AK Kilo, Kilos, what everybody calls me all the time.
The legend. So let's start from the top, big dog. When was the last time you did a podcast? It's been a while, Pepe Garza.
I did the Pepe Garza. That was the last one.
And
And the
before that,
first one before that, I just done stuff like over the internet, whatever they do. But this is the second one I
it's
do
the first
on
one
here.
in our shit, though, because Pepe's more Spanish, anyways.
Yes, sir, Simon.
Well,
What honor?
well, well.
How'd you get?
So,
Hold up. How'd you get plugged in with Pepe?
Oh man,
that's
pulling some little strings, homeboy. That's it.
right. Let's start from the very beginning for people that may not be familiar with you. Where did you grow up, my brother?
I'm from Oxnard, California, local here in the West.
That's right. And what was it like growing up there?
Man, just like growing up, and I grew up in the hood, so I take it every hood. We all the same, you know what I'm saying? But it was dope, bro. It's different, you know. It's an hour away from LA, and I mean, it's man, homeboy, it's full of essays and Mexican people and hardworking out there. I could cuss, right?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Could you point
It's
the mic more towards your boca? This shit moves.
this thing,
Simon.
see more.
Yes, yeah, cuss. Do whatever you want, big dog.
Yeah, good, homeboy. Oxnard, the shit, man. I represent Oxnard, you know what I'm saying?
Did you get in any trouble when you were growing up?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Hey, ma.
What'd you do? You went to juvie or what?
Homeboy, the whole fucking thing, except never hit the joint, you know. And
That's a blessing.
yeah, it's a blessing that I didn't go. I mean, I probably should have, but
You made it.
yeah,
If you don't mind me asking, what did you get in trouble for?
fuck, collar, homeboy, selling double ups in the alley,
Uh-huh.
boosting cars, doing beer runs. I mean, like, I I can't say too much.
I'm not mad at it. That's sick. So when you were growing up, did you rap when you were growing up as a teenager?
I've been rapping since I was like 12 years old, homeboy. Never stopped, and yeah, through my whole childhood, my teens, now my adulthood, and I've been doing it for a long time.
When you started rapping, who were some of the rappers you would listen to?
Ah, bro, I come from the old school. I grew up listening to Run DMC, Al Cool J,
That's right.
Oh, the old
Cool
school.
Mo D, the Fat Boys, till I heard, NWA and Easy and Cube and Dre and Ren and them, and then I got into that Ice Cube, all the West Coast. I still bump them. You know what I'm saying? I still throw in my. Uh, I like to play all the stuff I remember, but only because I boogie to that. All the new stuff is cool. I respect it, but it doesn't talk about.
It doesn't touch you the same
It
way.
doesn't touch me the same. I like hip hop. That's the only reason why I respect it because we got to go with the days. I respect all the new cats. You know what I'm saying? But more power to them, and I do what I do.
That's right.
Were there any Chicano rappers you came up listening to, or were they not really out like that when you were young?
When I was a kid, nah, bro. Till I mean, the first song that I heard on the radio was Kid Frost, and I was a little I was a little kid, homeboy. I was still slinging double ups in the alley, and that was it. I heard him. Then after that, I mean, came damn, bro. We got. I think we the ones that started, Chicano rap and all that. You know what I mean? We're the pioneers to that. And I grew up listening to all the homies that grew up to all the homies that were rapping at the same time with me, like as the Dash from Spanish Fly,
That's right.
Little Rob, shout outs to Capone and all them. And, you know, we created the shit, homeboy. And that's why shout out to our Chicano rappers, you know what I'm saying? And we are Chicano rap. I know some people don't want to claim Chicano rap, but I'll claim it.
That's right. That's right. I noticed that on your was it your first album, California Cowboy? Is that technically your first, or that's your
Nah,
first album that
bro.
was out commercially?
1999, something like that. We put out Brown Intentions. I
Ground
was in a
Intentions. That's
group,
right.
and that's when we were signed to Murray Bromfield from Maya Records, and
That's right.
man, we were, we were swap me legends, homeboy.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's the
man.
way it was. What was some bangers off of that project?
Off of that project that blew up, bro, I really don't know. We had no radio. There was not even fucking MySpace was around. I mean, no emails. We were still on pagers.
That's right.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
CDs were going though.
The CDs were flying like a motherfucker. $10 a pop, a hundred,
Hmm.
a hundred, 100 CDs in one box, and they would get rid of them like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Were you right there selling them out the trunk at the swap meet at the stores and shit?
I was doing it myself. Yes, I went through it. I went through to the swap meets, homeboy. That was the only way.
That was the way.
You leave three, back in the days, you drop 300 off with a vendor,
Hmm.
and they, of course, they weren't giving me $10, but
No, you were
I get
wholesaling them.
$5. I go home with five times three,
15
1,500. That's a lot of money to a hood
in
Mexican. You know
1999.
what
That
I'm
shit was
saying?
all right. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
How long did it take you for you to be able to get off those 300 CDs? Or was
A
it something you
long
would wait
time,
for?
homeboy. A long time. Like,
Like put a time on it, like a year, 2 years?
what do you mean to get off of 300 CDs? I don't
Yeah, 'cause
understand the
No,
question.
he was saying he was dropping them off at the swap meet to a wholesaler. So like when you go to the mall and you see fools selling old CDs and shit.
yeah, yeah. But the wholesale, right when you started selling CDs, the wholesalers would pick up on it right away, or did it take time for them
Nah, it
to get the
doesn't
whole?
take time, bro. Back in those days, they were eating them up, homeboy. And what happens is that there's not only one swap meet. I'm talking about one spot. 301, half hour or like probably like 15 minutes away. I go to the next swap meet, another 300. That's 3 grand I got in my pocket. And back then, liquor to me was pretty cheap. No Don Julios, no Patron, a motherfucking 40, homeboy. And that
That's
was it,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Wrap it in the brown bag and kick back and smoke that TJ weed with all kinds of seeds popping and everything. Hell yeah.
What was your 40 of choice?
Man, it was always Budweiser, homeboy. I mean, that's what I grew up seeing my dad drink. Budweisers and Budweisers,
Well, that's cool.
and then Night Train. Night Train was like I think like $1.99, and get like me and my little homie. I was Gacho, homeboy.
Super gacho.
Yeah, and then Mad Dog and some Boone's Farm for the high
Boone's Farm is
nines.
classic.
Like,
Little
bro.
strawberry daiquiri.
Hell yeah, homie.
That's classic. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's sick. So, after Brown Intentions, that's when California Cowboy dropped? A little bit
After
after?
Brown Intentions, what happened, I started producing a lot of my homeboys from my neighborhood. And I did the same thing with them, the East Side Click. Shout out to my cousin Screamer.
That's right.
And just slanging that. And then all of a sudden, my homeboy, too, he had a baby. And I think he started going to jail a lot. So I couldn't do records with him no more. And I did California Cowboys. And California Cowboys is a legendary record, homeboy. It has, Snoop. I mean, who else is on that record?
The Dog Pound.
The Dog Pound, the East Siders, Cocaine,
All the legends.
all the homies. They had my back and they helped me out. Then after that, I dropped. What did I drop after that? I dropped a record through Venevision, a double album. Jefes and Bosses, one was all in Spanish, one was all in English.
That's right.
And then I dropped the definition of an essay, and that's when everything flipped, homeboy.
So going
Blame
back
Life
real
Cholo
that's
fucked
right.
up the program.
Going real quick back to California Cowboy. I think if I'm not mistaken, back then, what was it, like 2000, 2001, maybe 2002, the latest? Would you say you were maybe one of the only homies that that had the black homies on the records, like Snoop and them, like big features like that?
You know what? I can't say that because there might have been some others. You know what I
I
mean?
feel that. I feel that.
I just can't say I was the first, and I'm not bragging about it either. You know what I'm
I like
saying?
it.
I was one of them.
I want to say that someone today or someone maybe a couple of years ago would have been saying like, yeah, the black and brown movement, but you weren't really pushing that agenda the way some people usually do. You know what I'm saying?
I was pushing it for the dough, homeboy, to make good records.
Haha.
You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever makes good records. Music got no color line to me, homeboy. When it comes to making dollars, I don't think there's a problem with me getting dollars from anyone that wants to give me a, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
That's right. And then, so how did you even meet Snoop and them?
I met Snoop through my homeboy Frank Nitty and rest in peace Badass.
R.I.P. Badass. That's the homie.
And Badass took me over there to, they call it the church. And I got down with Snoop. And when I got down with Snoop, and I mean, I met Daz in there, and the East Siders were there. And who, I don't remember who else, but they were there. And then I just did the record and it went on. I mean, I went to go work with Too Short. And, like, just people I kept meeting kept giving me like, hey, check this out. I know homeboy and he wants to get down with you and whatever. And I think they were chasing the paper too.
I ain't mad at it. How'd you meet Nitty?
Nitty, where did I meet Nitty at?
I know Nitty very
Nitty,
well.
Nitty,
He's a good
Nitty.
guy.
How did I meet? I met him at Fingers Studio when Fingers had his studio at the Purple Room over there in Fontana.
I remember where that is.
And he came through one day. I mean, just to kick back or whatever. And then we just met and we kicked it a lot, man. That's a good homie right there, man.
Nitty's pretty cool, man. So then you knew Fingers before you knew Nitty.
I knew Fingers before I have known knew Nitty. Yeah, me and Fingers been working for like 21, 22 years now, and I haven't gone to no other producer besides Battle Cat. Shout outs to Battle Cat.
That's a righteous exception. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
fuck, Battle Cat, the fuck, BG, homeboy.
That's right. Talk to me a little bit about Fingers. What was your relationship like with that fine gentleman?
Me and Fingers are homeboys, dog. More than anything, that's my solid homie, and I'll die with that, bro. That lean like a cholo, and we make money together and do all kinds of other projects. And Fingers is a real one, bro. When he opens the studio for me anytime I call him and answers my phone calls, and I want to work, I go work there, and we know each other so good. Like he produces for me and he knows exactly what I want, homeboy, every time. And he knows how I like to work, you know what I'm saying? And I know how he works, so we respect each other in the studio. We don't go over there and party and do some bullshit. I mean, sometimes we do, but not,
Nah.
but not like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog right there, Fingers.
That's right. Let's talk about let's talk about Hefe and Bosses. You dropped a double disc, one English, one Spanish, huh?
Simon, bro. Through
Talk to me about the Spanish album through Venavision or something like that, right?
Yeah, through Vanavision. It's just a Spanish record. Fingers produced both of them. And back
Uh,
in those days, I had my manager, rest in peace, Pete Salgado,
R.I.P.
which was Jenny Rivera, rest in peace, also my homegirl. They, uh, he started managing me, and he hooked me up, and he took me to Vene Music, and I put out a Spanish. Oh, Jenny was on that record.
Sick.
Yeah, Jenny was on that record too.
That was big.
Yeah, bro.
What was it like? What was it like working with Jenny Rivera?
Oh boy, man, that girl was something else, bro. Like, man, I used to kick it with her, and we would kick it like together. She'd come with Kilo. What's up? What are you doing? Come over. I go to her studio sessions. She'll come to mine. We would go to Miami together. We had the same managers, so he would always book her and book me on a lot of the same shows. And I would hang out in Miami, and I mean, like, man, she was like one of the homeboys, dog. Like she was cool. I mean, nobody would disrespect her, and of course I had her back, and she had my back. But man, that girl, man, I wish she was alive, homeboy. She'd be right sitting with us, homeboy. Trust me.
That's right.
One day she calls me. She's like, no, I was with Lupillo. I was with Lupillo, her brother. We were at his house, and Pete also managed him.
Yeah.
So we're there drinking, and me, Lupillo, and Peter all up. And Jenny had a show at the House of Blues, and Pete called her and said, "Hey, we come." Lupillo's like, "Hey, let's go check it out." And Pete called Jenny and said, "Jenny, we're gonna come over." So then we came over and we showed up, and she was playing with the banda, and we got in through the back, me and Lupillo and Pete, and we're sitting in the side, the side stage, and she goes, "Come here, fool." Like when she's singing on stage, I said, "What's up?" She's like, "You gonna bust a rap?" I said, "Jenny, I'm not. I have no. I don't bring my instrumentals, no nothing." She's like, "You're gonna rap a cappella, fool." I'm like, "All right, give me my." So then I start rapping a cappella, and next thing you know, I hear the banda playing "Lean Like a
Uh-huh.
Cholo" on top of me. I'm like, "Oh." Yeah. I just kept going and rocked it, and that was the last show we did together. Besides her coming and doing a song a week before she passed to Finger Studio called Piñata that we never released. And I still have it, and it's dope.
Why didn't you release it if you don't mind me asking?
Because all the politics that come with it, with all the, you know what it is, homeboy. I don't gotta tell nobody. And she wasn't here, and respect to the Riveras, but they didn't, they didn't
Clear it.
clear it very much. You know what I'm saying?
Give it away for free. Fuck it.
I'm gonna do it with no rules. I just left it for a little second, but it's still there, and I'm gonna do it.
That's right. So
Where were
you and
you? Where were you when you heard of the Jenny's passing?
Jenny's. I was in Temecula visiting. I was in Temecula with my ex lady lives out there, my baby boy, and we were over there. And I was at a dance rehearsal for. I was shooting a video for her, and they were doing something at the dance rehearsal. And then Pete calls me and tells me, "Hey, no, actually, he texts me." And then he told me that. I said, "What the fuck, for real?" And I didn't. I said, "All right, like, this must not be true. Are you sure?" He's like, "Well, at least that's what they're saying, because first they couldn't find the plane. So it was before they said she's actually gone. They're just like, hey, fool, they can't find the plane." This, and I'm like, "What the f? Can't find a plane?"
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and
Now
then
we know what happened, but
now we know what happened. We don't know what happened. We just know that the
that's
plane
true.
fell.
That's true. That's true.
You
Yeah, we
know?
don't know what happened. We just know that the plane went down.
Yeah, the plane fell, and that's all we know. But
That's
rest in
crazy.
peace.
You guys probably had some sick ass memories and stories right there.
Some bad, bad ones. And
Tell me a funny story with you and Jenny.
me and Jenny, we went to a strip club in Miami. And she's like, "What do you want to do, fool?" She told me, "Hey, let's go to a strip club." And I'm like, "Let's go." And we were already buzzing. I don't know where we came from earlier that day. That she's like, "Let's go." So then Pete's like, "Well, I have to go with you guys." I'm like, "Yeah, come with us." So we went over there, but she left right away because Pete talked to the lawyer. I won't say his name, but he called and said, "Get her the fuck out of there. What the fuck are you doing, Pete?" And that dude over there, Kilo, tell him to stop inviting. No, no, boy. Ella le dijo a él
Mhm.
que vayamos al strip club. Pues yo como, fuck, pues, let's go, right?
Pero,
And then he called, and homeboy told Pete, "Get her out of there, because that's not a good image." I'm like, "What the fuck? She's not doing nothing." So she left right away, and other than that, getting up like anybody does. I mean, nah, man, we have a lot of good stories, but nothing major, nothing foul, no crimes, no nothing.
That's cool. That's dope.
Fun times.
You mentioned that you were doing a music video for your ex. Is your ex a singer?
She's a singer.
Do you mind me asking who?
Nah, I'm cool.
Ha ha! Ha ha! No clout. That's right. Um, Talk to me about definition of an essay.
Definition of an essay. Fingers produced the whole thing. Um, we did Lean Like a Cholo on it. Snoop is on it. There wasn't no features. I think only Snoop and I think Butch Cassidy. Yeah, Butch
That's
Cassidy,
fire.
myself, and Snoop. And a lot of the songs I did solo and Lean Like a Cholo came out of that one, homeboy, and that's what took 3 times platinum, homeboy.
Talk to me about making that song. Like how was you and Fingers in the studio? How'd you guys come up with the concept? All that shit.
A day before, I was cruising with my homeboy in his Cadillac, and I was seeing shotgun, and I was smoking a joint. And you remember that record, Shoulder Lean? I don't know if you.
Shoulda lean.
Yeah, and everybody was doing what'd you call them back
The
then?
dance.
Everybody was no, they were doing what do you call them? Like remaking their songs.
Oh, remix.
Not remixes. There's a name. Anyways, they do it, and he's like, "Hey, you should do the remix to it, just how they did to Lean Like a Cholo. Tyga did it. I mean, a millions of
Oh, they remixed a classic beat.
or whatever songs on the radio
Yes.
at the time, and do the Cholo Lean. I'm like, "F- I don't really do nobody's records, and I don't do that." So he tells me do the Cholo Lean, and I'm like, well, do the Cholo, and y no se me ocurrió, ¿verdad? Y me dice, do it like how the fucking
Like the
cholos
homies
do it.
do.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So there was no name to it. And I get to Fingers Studio. The next day I knew I had a session at Fingers. So I get to Fingers. And every time I get to Fingers, there's no idea, there's no beat, nothing. We,
Cook from
we
scratch.
write from scratch, homeboy. And he's like, what do you want to do today? And I thought about that. My mind went blank. And now it came to my head. I said, Fingers, what if we do that? But we call it Cholo lean. He's like, nah, this and that. And he kind of like said, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So I said, well, fuck, you think of something. I mean, I didn't literally tell him that. I just
Yeah,
said
yeah,
my
yeah,
suggestion.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said, I'm going to go upstairs into the green room and smoke me a joint. So then he closes the door. And I knew he'd going to do something, right? So he's like, hey, yo, Kilo. I said, what's up, Fingers? He's like, come down here. And I walked in the room, bro. And he plays the beat.
Dun, dun,
And
dun,
the
dun.
only thing that was already chopped and screwed, elbows up, side to side, elbows up. And then I said, all right, cool. I still didn't like it. I said, all right. And then he's like, this is lean like a cholo, not the cholo lean. He's like, this lean like a cholo. And there was a couple homeboys in there that were black but grew up out here with the essays, you know what I'm saying? And they came down from downstairs and heard that and said, "What the fuck this motherfucker do?" He did the essay dance, right? And then me and Finger started writing, and then it's all up in the club, 10 deep, and we finished it. And I still didn't like the record. I thought it was ABC. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
simple flow, simple everything. And I get home and I'm living with my wife at that time. And I showed up at 4 in the morning. So every time I show up, she wants to hear what I did or if I was in the studio or not. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, put it on. I said, all right. And I put it on. She's like, that shit's fucking sorry. I said, yeah, yeah, I don't like it either. So then 1 week later, bro, that shit's all over the radio.
1 week.
1 week later, and I'm like, what's up, Misty? That's her name. That one I could mention because she ain't a singer and she don't need promotion, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
But yeah, and then 1 week later, I said, I'm out of here. Where you going? I'm gonna go do a show in El Paso. And that was my first show when after that song being in the radio. And I said, who's headlining that? You. I said, how many people fit in there? Like 3,000. I said, what is it called? It was called the teen
Teen Choice Awards?
no fucking choice award. It was what do you call it? What season is the rabbit in?
Easter?
Easter.
No, not
Spring
Easter.
break.
Spring break. Yeah. There you go. And it was nothing but teens, which means 13 to 19. No brothers, no mothers, no nothing, no alcohol.
Kids.
Yeah, bro. And I say, what the fuck, for real? Oh, you know who else was there that day? It was Brown Boy was there that night.
Brown boy.
It was me and Brown Boy. And I show up. Hey, bro, I'm not lying to you, homie. They're doing them in rhodiums over there, wrapped around the whole thing. And I said, reals, is this really like what the record's doing? And I went on stage and I'm used to like thinking like telling the people, hey, let me hear somebody scream and trying to like force them, you know what I mean, to like you. But I didn't have to do shit. I just walked out, bro. And I said, really? This is how it goes. And that was it, bro. And after that, I got booked. I was doing 2 shows a day, different
Killing
cities.
it.
I was jumping in prop planes with little, what do you call those little air fans that go in the front of the plane and there's propellers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And doing that, bro. And I took a ride, oh boy, a big one. And
That's hard, huh?
yeah, bro.
Tell me a couple stories about being on the road for Lean Like a Cholo.
For lean like a cholo, a couple stories,
Tell me a crazy story.
crazy
One that ruined your
stories.
relationship. No, I'm just.
Fuck, I think all of, they both doing both of my relationships. Fuck, I was just far and gone and crazy stories. I really don't have crazy stories, bro. Besides just like getting up on the road and meeting a lot of people. Other than that, like crazy, the craziest one that happened to me is when I was in Albuquerque and I got in an accident and I was
Oh
in a
shit.
coma. So crazier
Whoa.
than that, I don't think
How
it
the fuck did
gets.
you get in a coma, fool?
Come on, boy, this is fuck. I think it's funny, and I don't know what. I mean, we're driving. They call it, I think, the Death Valley. We were coming from New Mexico to do some. We were coming from New Mexico to do something like an hour away. That's where I went to the hospital. Anyways, we're driving, and this vato, the driver, right, that they hired to take us safely to the next show, right, in a car, person I don't know. He's up drinking, which I don't drink and drive anymore, but I used to, you know what I mean? I don't recommend that. Don't do it. But he's drinking and driving, and I'm not drinking. I'm sitting in the back smoking a joint. So I decided to give him a toque of my
Oh, that
yes,
changed
kind of
everything.
homeboy. Guess what, homie? I'm just chilling and I'm sitting on this side and my girl's sitting on this side. And she's like, hey, Kilo, check this out. He fell asleep. So the vato's asleep. And I said, what do I do? It's a one-way street. I said, I thought the car was going slow. That's what it looked like to me. Let me just jump out this motherfucker real quick and let this go heads up on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped out and boom, it wasn't that slow, homeboy. Got airlifted, went to the hospital, pronounced I wasn't dead, but they said call my mom, call my dad. I mean, my family, right? And come and see them before we disconnect them from these tubes and everything. And they were in Oxnard. They went to LAX, and at that time it was snowing, homeboy. So they had to wait all night till the snow. And imagine being a mother sitting at the airport and your kid's way over there dying and can't get on the plane and everything. So when my mother and them came, right before they came, I tried to take off. No, that would happen later. So that happened when I woke up. So my little boy Bam Bam, all I remember is how I seen Bam Bam and he was holding me for my arm, bro, like that on the side of the bed. And I looked up and I said, "What's up, Bam Bam?" But I couldn't talk. I think I just said it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at him and I said, "What the?" It was I don't know. It was the touch of his hand, bro. And I mean I don't believe that I don't know. I just woke up to his hand and it was special to me to wake up to his.
Fucking amazing.
And then I looked around and I saw my mom, my dad, and everybody. And my mom comes up to me and hugs me. And then that was it. And I couldn't talk. So then they left for a second. And when I was still there, I guess I wouldn't be able to stay awake for more than like probably 2 minutes or
Yeah,
something
a couple
because I
minutes at a
was
time.
drugged the hell
Of
out. You know what
course.
I mean? And then I would go back to sleep. And then one of them, I woke up and I started taking all the shit off. And when I got to this, the nurse happened to be in there cleaning, or else I would have probably yanked my throat out. So the doctor comes, they handcuff me, bro. They're like, this guy. I said, I'm feeling good. So the doctor comes, he sits next to me. He's like, you know who you are? I said, yeah. I wasn't talking. I was just saying, yeah. Well, check this out. If you behave, I'll uncuff you if you behave because you know who you are, you're a singer, and I know that's how you make a living. And if you pull this out, you'll never be able to talk again. I said, like, all right. Uncuffed me, and that was it, bro. A week later, I was out the hospital. And when I got out the hospital, I came home, and the next day, I was in Palm Springs performing, homeboy.
What were your injuries like, fool? You're
Go fuck up. What's up already? I don't know what got worse. But nah, bro, thank God, homeboy. No,
absolutely.
I came out with no scars, no nothing, homie, and that was it. The only thing, the fuck nothing, cause I think probably just got a little bit more crazier, but not that I could tell. My mom could tell, but not me,
How often do you
homeboy.
tell Bam Bam about you waking up to his touch?
I tell him not a lot, bro. Like I don't bring it up only when they ask me. And with him, I do. Sometimes me and Bams is already 24, so now I could have a drink with them and we get buzzed. And I tell him, damn, Bam. We just talk about life.
Of
I
course.
mean, my son Bam Bam been with me. I mean, we've been with me all his life, but what I mean is like been with me
With you.
through those things. You know what I mean? Through the studios, through the meetings, through everything, till he left on vacation and barely got came home last August, and then he came out. At what was it? He was like 23, and he came out, and then that's when we would have drink. We still do. We could catch little buzzes at the house, and I mean, yeah, we talk a lot, homeboy. That's my best friend right there, bro.
That's right.
Bam, bam,
Vacation, vacation, or vacation?
vacation.
I got you. That sucks. That must have sucked too.
Fuck, bro. I never knew I was raised. Like you raise a little kid, bro, and I mean, that's a little kid, bro, that you see. Up to this day, I still look at him
He's a
as
little kid.
my baby. You know
Of
what I mean?
course.
And when that happened, I said, okay, why you, dude? Oh, and it feels up thinking blaming myself for it, but it was what it was, and then I took it, and he took it, and he's out, and he's doing really, really good. I'm proud of him. He
That's
takes
right.
care of my businesses and does what he does, and he's out of trouble. He's off parole now. I don't know how the he got off parole in less than a year.
That's amazing.
Happened to the homie. And shout outs to my other little boy Jules, the one that lives in Temecula.
That's right. Shout out to little Jules.
Yeah, that's my little homie.
So, if you don't mind me asking, how much money do you think you made off of Lean Like a Cholo?
Me or the label?
How much money do you think
uh,
was gross?
how much money do I think that record made? I said, I say, I'm gonna shoot it. What's 3 million, 3 million, and what's 500? What's 500,000 times 10?
50 mil?
50 million
No, no, no.
plus.
500 times 10? Either 5 or 50. I can't call it.
500 times 10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's 5 million.
$5 million. I think they got away for like, I say no less than 30 mil, bro.
Because you collected 5 mil off of it.
No, I'm not saying nine. I just added five. I just added 3 million copies of one single times $1.
Uh-huh.
That's 3 mil, right?
Yes.
And then I times 500,000 CDs that were still slanging at the time.
Ah.
This is 2007, homeboy, times $10. That's what I said.
Yep.
And then all the fucking movies they got put it on
Oh,
and
because of the publishing.
everything. You know what they do, homie? That
Who was your fucking record label at the time? Flossie?
Flossie. No.
Who?
I was with
Oh, Silent Giant.
I was with Silent Giant, and then they sold my ass to Universal, which was my Machete was a division of Universal,
Machete's cool.
and Gus Lopez over there.
Yep.
But whoever got the cut, I don't know, bro.
So then E-Dub.
I'm not saying who. Just
No, but I'm saying Silent Giant and E-Dub, right?
yes. I showed up to their crib looking for my check, and everybody rolling brand new Cadillacs. And I'm like, all right. Oh, look, yours is coming. And it did. I made money. I'm not gonna lie, but not like that, homeboy. You know what I mean? Like, no, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I got a lot from it, homeboy. I got a hit record, a legendary record that's here to stay, I think, forever. Cause I thought it was just gonna roll through. And right now, as we're speaking, like all these little kids that are 7 to 10 again, they think it's brand new again. And I think it's like never really died. And thanks to all my fans that supported and like still show me love, and it's just what it is, homeboy. Like I made a lot that means more to me than money. And even if I would have made all that, I would have probably spent it already. I'm glad. I'm glad they didn't give me all. I don't know what I would have done with all that. You know what I mean?
Well, you rolled up pretty cool. I'm not gonna say what it was, but I mean, you don't look bad, baby.
Ah, homeboy, man.
That's a pretty nice car, G. You
man.
don't gotta say what it is.
Nah, bro. I don't. Nah, that doesn't even matter. I'm alright, homeboy. But it's not due to rap music, homeboy. I work. I own businesses,
That's right.
and I own a panaderia, homeboy. And my father owns a panaderia. My carnal owns a panaderia, and we alright, homeboy. Like we cool. We work. I still wake up at 4 in the morning and go over there, kick back, and talk to my customers. I still sweep the motherfucking shit. You know what I mean?
That's
Little
right.
kids walk in there with their mothers to buy pan, and our bakeries are in the hood, homeboy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's who's gonna buy la pan and the
Yeah.
tamales and the champurrado, the menudo, the
So
carnitas.
your spot got the fire champurrado.
Ah, homeboy. Like
The next time I'm
that's
in
how I roll the way I roll. It's not because of records, and I make money off of records, but not like that, homeboy. I mean, you do the math. A concha is $2.50, and a song is 99 cents, right? When you buy a song, do you go buy it again tomorrow?
That's it.
And if you eat a concha, do you go grab
Probably
one
coming back
tomorrow?
soon.
And come back with a big old one. Every morning, bro, I see the same people. They go buy their concha, their champurrado, or their avena, or their coffee.
Avena.
Every day, bro, the same one. So they eat it up like, and thanks to God, it's really good quality stuff, homeboy. We don't sugarcoat it. We don't. I mean, of course, you got to use
You
water.
sugarcoat it, yeah.
We
I
don't got.
got
Yeah, I mean, we do sugarcoat it, but we don't. Como te digo, no le quitamos la leche ni la
Yeah, yeah, I
mantequilla
got you.
ni la manteca para que te
It's all
guste más.
fire.
You know what I mean? And it's a blessing, homeboy. And I do that for a living, loco. Like,
That fool said I went 3 times platinum off the conchas.
no, no, no.
No, E-Dub.
No, not no. Stay away. I said I go platinum every when like fuck. Every probably 2 months.
One day, I gotta go to the 805 really soon. And when I go, before we clock out, I'm gonna ask you for the name of your panderia. Yours, not your dad's or your brother's, yours.
Now go to mine. No, my dad's too. Fuck, it's my dad, bro. You want to go to my dad, so mine is bad, but my dad's is the motherfucking one. That's where you still see my jefito right there. Holy fuck. I mean, he was in his LA Dodger hat, bigoteco, mustache, and just chilling and working, hard worker, man. Shout out to my pops and my
How did you
mom.
guys get into the pandererias?
You know what? My dad had a, I have grandma, my great grandma, and one of my her sons had bakeries in Mexico. And then I don't know, all of a sudden my dad said, "What about a bakery?" And he brought my tío from over there and said, "Hey, Kyle, give me let's do this over here." And it was a success, homeboy.
That's dope.
And that was it.
What's your number one hits over there? Everything?
What do you mean?
As far as like what's the number one selling shit? The conchas or the avena or the fucking champurrado?
Everything, fuck Mexicans, homeboy. Por eso estamos como estamos. Todo se vende, carnal. Everything is good, homeboy. Everything is good, man.
Dang, I'm gonna go over there and try the avena champurrado on your tamales. I don't really care about conchas like that, but
I don't either. I mean, I like pan, like but not fucking. Que me fucking. I'm tired of it. I'm
of
put it
course
that way. You know what
you
I
have
mean?
access forever right there.
Yes, man. But
This is gonna be a little funny, fool. I was interviewing a youngster, a popular youngster up here recently, and Trouble Kid, and he said that you were the first person that helped buy him his studio equipment. Do you know who I'm talking about, Trouble Kid? I don't know Trouble Kid's real name. I'm gonna show you.
that I paid. So he must have been how old when I
He was
did
getting out of
that?
juvenile hall or some shit. You're dating his mom.
I was dating his mother. Holy, how many mothers have I dated?
Gotcha.
I mean,
You're
that's not
fucking
my son,
scary.
right?
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck. You know what, man? I've done so.
Hey, fool, I can't call it. I'm just telling you what I got told. You know what I'm saying?
I probably did.
You don't even remember that was gotcha.
That's not gacho, homeboy. It's fucking been so many years and I got dementia now, you know what I'm saying?
Shut
Como
the fuck
este
up.
güey de tanta pinche borrachera y
Who
chingadera que
said
he
I
hecho.
got dementia?
Well,
The hell?
you know what? If I did, I did. I can't say I didn't because I've done a lot.
Or maybe you helped his mom find the right shit to get him or something. Something like that.
Where's he from?
Oxnard too, fool.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Hey, this little fool's popping right now.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I know his mother, and no respects to your mother, my boy. No, not like that. I was no. She's cool. Respects. She asked me. I knew her. She cut hair, and she worked at a salon. And I went with I don't cut hair, so I didn't go for a haircut. But my cousin said, "Let's go over here," and I met her, and she asked me. She's like, "Hey, ¿qué le compraré?" You know, he likes music, and I remember I took it to the Guitar Center.
That's
Yes, so yes, respects my boy. Oh man, yeah. He was in juvenile hall when that happened,
yeah.
or going in and out. Cause I remember, I
She
remember
told you
that.
the story.
She told me the story. I remember.
That's right.
Yes, he was
Oh, fool, if you
young.
wanted to clean that up, that was gonna be
No, I
crazy.
won't. Nothing's crazy. I never talk shit about women. I never do nothing. I never said I slept with her. I never said nothing.
I like you a lot,
Y-
fool. That-
Oh, fuck, es cierto, loco. ¿Qué quieres que te diga? You know what I mean? But no, I respect all women, and even if I did, I would not say it. You know what I'm
Oh, that's
saying?
very nice. Very
I,
gentlemanlike of you.
yes, thank you. Ay, cabrón. Pinche
Fire.
mamá.
That shit went crazy right there. Oh yeah.
It's because you told me from out here. You said from out here,
Whatever.
right? That's what he said, no loco.
Forgot.
Or maybe I heard it wrong and you said from out there.
It's all good.
Hey, you said lean like a cholo popped off in less than a week. You heard it in the radio. What made it go so quick on the radio like that?
Tell me. No, I just fucking said like, why?
You cut the record and they just dished it off ASAP.
I think Pocos Pero Locos was the first one that played it,
Of course.
and that's how I don't know how it blew up in Texas before here, and I guess the phone lines just go off. That's how you could tell you have a hit record,
The
bro.
phone lines,
The
the
phone lines go
requesting.
off. Now, ahorita, pues ya es todo
It's
esto. You know
different.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Instagram y madre y media. But yeah, and then what made it official was when Julie Pilot called me from Kiss FM. Not me, but
Yeah, yeah,
the
you're right.
label. Hey, you got an interview with Kiss FM. I said, fucking, for real? She's like, Julie Pilot likes your record. And I remember thinking, Kiss FM, what about Power 106? What happened to all these white Ryan Secrets in them, right? Before it didn't have a color line and it was just blowing up. Next thing you know, Power 106 and everybody across the whole country was playing it, bro. And man, they asked me, how come you don't do another one? Like I said, I don't even know how I did that one. And I mean, a hit record. I don't think you have to go in the studio thinking you're gonna make a hit record. You gotta think every song is gonna be a hit record, but not like, dude. Not going, hey, homeboy, the audience decides what's a hit record. I don't. I just make records every day, and whatever hits, I know to me it's a hit record, but that's only me. Me,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
because you
And
didn't even like the song.
I didn't, perrito. I'm not lying.
I
No
believe you
sé. It was like the fucking
because
shit.
it wasn't like your normal shit.
I cannot do another one. ¿Cómo le hago?
I feel it.
I did the remix to Lean Like a Cholo. I hope it works. Watch, you want to hear a little bit of the remix? This will be the first ones, and I'm not gonna put it through there. I'll play it through my phone.
Play it. When you dropping that bad boy on the people?
I'm trying to drop it as soon as possible, and just
Who's
delayed
distributing it?
distributing it.
Yeah, who you dropping that shit through?
I drop it through. I drop it on my own, mi Feria Music. That's my record
That's
label,
right.
and I know how to do it, homeboy. I don't need no Universal, Warner Brothers, and
Exactly.
I got my own dough, so don't need to ask nobody for it, you know. And Two Streams does my distribution,
That's dope.
and shout out to them, man. They pay me real right, man. They don't rob me. Nobody that tells me what to put out or not to, and I do it on my own, mi Feria Music, boy.
I ain't mad at that. That's dope. And hopefully on this run, it goes 80 times platinum and you collect all that fucking ferias.
Oh man, hopefully.
What else you got going on musically, my dog?
Musically, I've been working a lot, but right now I'm putting out a new single by I signed this artist 5150, el 5150, and he does corridos, though, bro.
That's right.
Mexican music, and that's my homeboy out of Oxnard. Also, another artist named Chaka. And right now I'm working on a single. It's called Cuando Andamos de Parranda. They get a little lick on my down aka Kilo page on Instagram and Facebook and all that. I put them through me right now. And I'm working on them too, and looking for other artists. You know what I'm saying? Not too many because I can't promise nothing, and I don't want to get my label full of
A bunch,
people
yeah.
that I can't work with at the time or give them attention. You know what I'm saying? So everybody asks me, "Give me a deal, give me a deal." It's not about just giving deals, you know. I barely started my label, and one at a time, you know what I'm saying? But I am looking for one dope homegirl out there, man. I want to sign a girl, man. I wanna rep for 'em, you know, but a girl with talent and with her head straight and everything, that's what I'm interested in, man. And if you ever get a DM me, send me a demo and everything, and I don't reply to my comments and to none of that because I have no so somebody else does, and when it's right, they tell me. Other than that, I got no time to like,
Go back and forth
you
with
know
all
what
that
I'm
shit.
saying? It's too many people, and I'm not gonna do it. And even if you send me a comment I don't like, more power to you, homeboys or homegirls. All good, man.
That's right. Well, shit. You've had a good run, my boy.
So I'm coming back, homeboy, and watch this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it again, homie.
I believe it.
And so far since I started off, I think with like I think I had 100 followers on Instagram, and my son's like, "What the hell? What the fuck happened to you, Dad?" I said, "Well, fuck, I haven't even been active. I don't even post nothing." So then within like 2 weeks, I'm at like 40 some thousand, and it goes a lot every week. I see, I'm like, what the fuck? I guess staying active, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
now I'm staying active and doing shows like this, homeboy. Like, man, come on, man. Like, how did you do it?
I have no
You know what I
idea.
mean? Everybody likes you, bro. Everybody tell you, oh, you're lucky you're doing that. How and why and how much did you pay? And I was like,
Disrespectful.
fuck. I'm like, wow.
They forgot your legendary status, I see.
How much did you pay? I'm like, nothing that I know of. You know what I'm saying? Unless you pay for me.
Nah, that's love, big dog. We highly
Yeah,
appreciate you.
loco.
Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we clock out?
Man, just with love and respect, loco. And look out for the homie. And you like me, you do. And if you don't, man, I love you too. You know what I'm saying? And
That's right.
respect, and all the fans out there, much respect. And check it out. I'm gonna be doing a show October 7th in Pomona, car show. Uh, it's a Hope event.
Huh.
And
Project Hope?
yeah, Project Hope,
That's
October
fucking dope.
7th in Pomona. And on the 14th, I'm gonna be in Temecula at the Pachanga Casino, another car show. And I think, fuck, I don't want to give dates. Esas apenas me acuerdo nomás porque
Check
son.
his Instagram for the date.
Yeah, there you go, man. But show up, man, and
I think I'll pull up on you at the Pomona one.
yeah, come through,
See what's up
homie,
with you.
and we'll go and check it out. And I know that there's gonna be a lot of good people there, and
That's right.
that's what's up, local.
We highly appreciate you, my dog. Thank you very much for taking the time to come out here. It's the legend down, aka Kilo. I am LA Icon. Behind the boards, as always, Rich Homie Juan. It's another episode of the Food Community Podcast. We're out.